Let's start with the prompt here. Which choice effectively uses data from the table to support the underlying claim? And let's start reading. Swahili is estimated to be the first language of up to 15 million people. It's also an officially recognized language in 3 countries, which means these countries use Swahili in government documents and proceedings. But even in countries where almost everyone speaks Swahili, for many it isn't their first language, but is instead their second, third, or even fourth language. So which answer might back that up? A says Tanzania has approximately 61 million Swahili speakers, which is much more than the estimated total number of people worldwide for whom Swahili is their first language. Now for answer choice A, it's more a matter of the math. If there are 61 million people who speak it, but there are only 15 million worldwide for whom it's the first language, that means that it can't be the first language. Because mathematically, that wouldn't work out. There are more people who speak it than people for whom it's the first language. So this one makes mathematical sense. B, Tanzania is estimated to have at most 15 million Swahili speakers, while the country's total population is approximately 61 million people. So answer choice B is kind of just misusing the numbers. The 61 million people, that's the number of Swahili speakers in Tanzania. It's not the total population. So this one is just wrong according to the data. And C, approximately 100% of the people who speak Swahili as their first language live in Kenya, which has a total population of 55 million people. Once again, this would be inaccurate according to the numbers, because we know that only 15 million people who speak it as their first language, that there are only 15 million who speak it as their first language around the world. And so I guess thinking about the numbers, there's actually nothing wrong with that idea. But we didn't know that 100% of the people who speak it as their first language live in Kenya. Actually, we know the opposite, because here it says 15 million people worldwide speak it as their first language. So we can get rid of answer choice C based on this assumption that all of the people who speak it as their first language live in Kenya, which is wrong. And answer choice D, approximately 100% of Kenya's population speaks Swahili, while only about 25% of Congo's population speaks Swahili. So both of those stats are right according to the table, but none of this supports the idea that most of the people who speak it as their second language. So we have no real basis to make that claim based on answer choice D. So the one that we're going to pick here is A.